It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
One for one, a lot more to go. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And in for the Lions, touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 32 yards. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Lions will take over. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing to beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. This is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
We've seen points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is gone. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defense been dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that led his quarterback to the ball quickly to him before either guy in double
Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They put together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Forced out to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Lions offense set to take over. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Loaded with talent, DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year improvement deal to see if he can recapture that form. And he comes through here with a first down catch.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On first down, gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. To the air again, Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's Goff. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles, and at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? These guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On first down, Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Hurts. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
It's a second down run with Sanders. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Quez Watkins from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So we got to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third. Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. From the red zone now, Goff steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution. Because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, good move at the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He'll get this off to Swift. And he will have the first down, but he cleans up paying for it pretty good. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Goff looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 30 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't an animal thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Got a man. It's Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now. Okay, get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 47.
Now a give up the middle and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you You can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gone. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Go off a handoff here to Swift. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
11 yards there, just like last play. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th-quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 12. A minute 51 on the clock. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Jeff Okudah, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Back to throw. Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 12-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're getting in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday.